Yo, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Morning Momentum number 4. Excited to be on here today. Today is Friday, so we got a lot of cool stuff happening within our own personal businesses. We have like some very important leadership meetings. We have just onboarded a new, I guess you would say, account rep, sales rep for our virtual staffing company. So we're super excited for her to have 1 week under her belt because next week is going to be super duper big because she'll be implementing the things that we were coaching her on this week. So it's definitely a big day because we have to check in on a lot of things, and of course, we had the batch driven live at 10:30. So if you're not checking that one out, and if you're thinking about getting into real estate and you're not really sure where to start, be sure to hop on that 10:30 live because that's all we talk about. It's cost effective. How can you get your first real estate deal? Because we all know that one deal is not just getting a real estate deal. It changes everything. It shifts your mindset. It's like, oh my gosh, I can make this thing happen. Um, I get this thing. Now I took this action to get my first deal. Let's just do it again. Let's just do it again. Let's just do it again. So if you guys are not tuning in on that one, please be sure to join us at 10:30 today. Batch driven Facebook group, batch driven YouTube, this page, my YouTube channel, it'll all be there. So it'll be a ton of fun. We're gonna have Bryce on. But that's not the reason why I'm coming on today. Today for Morning Momentum, I really want to talk about, you know, being a leader and what does that mean when you start trying to scale your business. As your business grows, there's going to be less and less things that you can personally have your hands in, right? And I think this is like the strangling point for a lot of businesses because they feel like they need that control. They feel like they need to be in that meeting. They feel like they need that meeting to be 30 minutes. They need it to be an hour. They need to meet with every single person. Or, oh, if it's going to get done, I'm going to get it done. Right. I'm going to do all these things. But the challenge with that is if you're the bottleneck for all of those things, the execution really falls off. So, I think you have to value yourself. And in order to grow, this is something that I have had a challenge with is we have to empower leaders around us to take these things off our plate. Cause I think naturally as a business owner, as a leader, you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. Let me lead from the front. I'm just going to work really hard. And the people I lead are just going to, come with me, but I'm just going to run really fast and I'm going to see if they can keep up. What happens is people won't keep up. You'll drag people along. You'll have folks that'll just be hanging on your curtail, taking your success. And then your business won't grow because you don't have people helping you take care of the things that really didn't move the ball forward in your business. Like I think you have to value your time and you have to empower others and give away some of that control. Be okay with giving away some of that control. When I first got started into wholesaling real estate and even being a real estate agent back, a couple years ago, that was big for me because I felt like that was my cost of entry. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, I got to work really hard and I'm going to prove it because there's other big people that I want to collaborate with. There's other people in the industry that I want to show them, man, I'm going to work harder than you. I'm going to work like I'm going to be faster than you. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. And that actually did work for like 6 months. I was just busting it. Boom, 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 boom. And what happens is you start building great relationships. You start collaborating with other people. People are like, dang, this guy's serious, right? Or this gal is serious. But when you start wanting to collaborate and work on other projects, work on other verticals and other opportunities are brought your way, you know, when that happens, then it takes you away from what you were working really hard on for those 6 months, right? You were working really hard on that, like all that work that you did, like, was taking all of your time. It's not like you just all of a sudden have free time now to go work on other things, but you have new opportunities and you wanna keep your word. You wanna show like, "Yes, I'm a hard worker. Yes, I'm a hard worker." And this was my challenge because I did this. I was, like, working hard, and then all of a sudden opportunities are coming my way. But if I'm still the bottleneck for working hard, right? Productivity is only I can only do so much in a day, then execution on all the other things fall off because they see like this is a hard worker, but why is execution falling off on these other things? Like why are we not moving forward on these other verticals? So quickly learned that man, I gotta give away some power. I gotta be okay with not being the guy, right? My ego's got to be okay with not being the guy. Like finding other guys to help me or gals help me with the cause, right? Help me take what I've been doing, what I've been working hard on, giving them some things so then they can take ownership of it and execute. And then, yes, of me as a leader, it still gives me, it makes me feel good because they're succeeding, but it also looks good on me too that I've been able to delegate it and still execute. So then I can focus on the other task as well, the other opportunities that I would like to execute on as well. So I think as leaders, we got to ask ourselves, what's the one thing? What's the one thing? There's a book called The One Thing. It's an amazing book. It changed my perspective. What's the one thing I can do today that is either going to make everything else, irrelevant and is going to move my business forward? So what's that one thing? And I ask myself that question for every business that we do. Doesn't matter if it's the wholesaling, the virtual staffing, the other projects that we're working on, the stuff for Batch Driven, whatever. I ask myself, what is the one thing I can do today that is either going to make everything else obsolete or just completely irrelevant and is going to move this forward? Like, what's the one thing I can do? And then how can I delegate and make sure all the little things are executed on, right? Because execution is the name of the game. So if we're not executing, then nothing else happens. So I think it's important that sometimes we take a step back. We ask ourselves, are we just being productive or are we getting shit done? Right? You know what I'm saying? Are we executing or are we just doing a flurry of activities? Super easy when you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, and no one is keeping track of you. No one is like giving you a calendar. Say, hey, here's your time log. Do these things at this certain, 8 o'clock, do this, 9 o'clock, do this, 10 o'clock, do this. It's hard if you're like just starting out, and especially a lot of folks that are transitioning. This is an amazing transition that's happening right now. Transitioning from a 9 to 5 job, especially with COVID, people are realizing like, dude, I can just do this on my own. I can start my own company. I can start my own business. A lot of people will fail because you don't have someone telling you to what time to come in, what time to stop, what time to do this, what time to do that. And even if you don't think that you need that, it's a big thing. Even from sales reps that we hire within our company, when we were doing it onshore, a lot of folks that were transitioning from having a 9 to 5 job really struggled keeping themselves like efficient on their day-to-day business. So I think, wherever you're at in your business, it's just a matter of finding what that one thing is that you can do today. It's going to move your business forward, and then delegate the rest or find someone that can help you with the rest. And maybe you don't have the funds to delegate it quite yet, right? Maybe you don't have the people around you that you can give that task away. But start logging these things down and being more efficient, time blocking. Like, okay, if the one thing I have to do today is this, then I need to dedicate most of my time to this thing today. And then, of course, the little things that pop up, if it's not my time block, I will get to it, but not right now. Right. And then, of course, as your business grows, you start delegating those tasks. So, yeah, guys, that's the one thing I wanted to share today. We have a lot going on. It is Friday. Thank you guys for coming and checking this out. We'll be doing this every single day. But with all these tasks, with VA Hub and training this new sales rep and getting her ready to go, I always feel like I'm accountable to my business partners and as well as the folks that I work with that are within the company that I have to get this stuff done. So it's important that I keep myself accountable and I keep my agreements to the culture that we implemented in the beginning and empower leaders that can then be my voice, right? That take ownership and make it their own as the business grows. So I'm excited to keep sharing this stuff with you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Again, if you're trying to get in the real estate business and you don't know where to start, please, 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 please come to our 10:30 live for Batch Driven. We're going to be talking all about driving for dollars, how to knock on doors, how to talk to homeowners, how to negotiate, all that good stuff. And if you're not subscribed to the Batch Driven channel or my YouTube channel, please, 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 please do that. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow.